Dear webinar loggers, a very pleasant good evening. In today's era of fast net, with 3G and 4G at your doorstep, when people can work from home, one can always update one's knowledge using internet from the comforts of one's own home. Using internet from the comforts of one's own home. Facebook discussion forums on obsgyne, laparoscopy, infertility, Students' Forum and Forum for Ultrasonography, Fetal Medicine and Unplugged are all providing us with a very good platform for interactions. If we apply the same principle and make use of it for conferences and seminars involving interactions of speakers, moderators, and delegates, we can call it a webinar and take academic learning to greater heights. Our own PMG is net savvy and technology savvy, and so am I. I consider net as the greatest guru. So we start our session. Webinars, a good alternative to conferences and meetings and seminars. Your Dronacharya today is Dr. Archana Tandon, that is me. A teacher is a supreme artist, for he colors and shapes so many futures. For any queries, you can email me to tandanarchana@gmail.com anytime. Who am I trying to address today? In general, all teachers, people running hospitals, specialists of all specialities for panel discussions. All teachers can approach 1,000 students at a time by this mode, and this number has now increased to 5,000. They can relay live classes, even live surgeries, to teach students. People running hospitals can use this mode to educate patients in groups and organize patient tutorials for them for active interactions. Specialists of all specialities can come on one platform from different cities in different parts of the world and discuss a topic for the advantage of so many attendees. In our specialty, for our fraternity, it can be used advantageously for a focused use for admins of Facebook forums. They can approach 1,000 to 5,000 students at a time and conduct live discussions with students being able to read the body language of experts, so more interactive and more real. Many of you have already witnessed Dr. Pankaj Desai and Dr. Deepika Dekar hold extraordinary sessions on fetal medicine. Dr. Shilpan, who is a master of laparoscopy, fetal ultrasonography, and a very good teacher, Dr. Atul, who has run some very good panel discussions in endoscopy forum, Dr. Asha Reddy, Dr. Asha Singhani, experts of fetal medicine, Dr. Geeta Arjun and Dr. Gwesh Goyal, who have run some very good discussions in obsgyne discussion forum, Dr. Purohit from Orissa, Dr. Paresh Solanki, Dr. Shaizes from Kerala, Dr. Abdul from Kerala. They are all doing very good teaching and very good surgeries, and they can all use this platform to teach students and share their knowledge. On a wider base, to spread knowledge and make their skills known, helping the less blessed who cannot afford to spend time and money lavishly in their formative years. This is more live, than Facebook forums where you can see your teacher's body language, and that makes it more real. Dr. Ainis can make teaching fun with his wit. Dr. Amita Sharma and Dr. Manisha can give good tips to us on CTG. Training directly from premises by experts. Experts in ultrasound, hysteroscopy, and infertility can run live interactive workshops from their premises while carrying on with their routine work and relaying the live atmosphere with interaction in real time, with participants getting the real feel without the need for traveling. General body meeting, annual general body meeting, managing committee meetings of FOXY can be webcast live, and all the societies can participate in these meetings directly from their premises with interaction in real time, bringing in transparency at low cost with maximum participation and saving time on the other hand. How do we interact today? Let us understand that. Those who have logged in must have got this window on their screens. Here is an icon which you can use to raise your hand if you have any questions. And you can type your question here where I can see it and answer it. So there are two modes, and a third mode where you can use your microphone and speakers if you want to ask questions. So you raise your hand here. I can see your raised hands, and then when I ask you to speak, you can speak your question and I can answer them. My message which I want to convey today: webinars will take academic learning to greater heights and make meetings more productive with maximum participation by making learning easily available at doorstep and will reduce the costs involved in conferences. But before I begin my webinar, a couple of poll questions for you, and I want you to answer them. I open my poll questions and select a question for you and launch it for you. Can you see me? It's on your screen, and here you can click yes or no, and I can see whether you can see me or not. Yes, 100%. So all can see me. Thank you. Now the next question is, can you hear me? And I launch this question on your screen for you to poll, and you can click here. Yes, so 100% can hear me. Thank you so much. Now I proceed further to the next slide. Let us try to understand first what is a webinar. Everybody knows how a seminar or a presentation looks like and how it is conducted. On one hand is a presenter, and on the other the participants who listen and interact with the presenter. The only technology that is used here is the projector displaying the PowerPoint slides and maybe a laser pointer. Nobody ever thought that it could get better than this. However, imagine a scene where you're sitting in your home or office and participating in a seminar thousands of miles away, or maybe you are giving a lecture like here I am giving in Moradabad, which is being listened to by hundreds of students around the globe in real time and also answering their questions and doubts. Well, that is what a webinar does. I'm sitting here in Moradabad, and there are attendees from Gwalior, Dr. Charu Mittal, Dr. Jyoti Gupta, Dr. Sachin Sharma, Savita Mehrotra, Sudesh Radi, and Anuja Tandon from Singapore. So you all can hear me from different places, and you can also ask questions. It uses modern technology like the internet, computer, and speaker or headphones to cut across time, space, and money. This means that neither the speaker nor the participant needs to be physically present face to face. Instead, they are connected by internet, thus you may present, listen to, or interact with various people at the same time in various regions of the globe. So here someone is sitting in America, another presenter is in South America, and all the delegates are from various parts of the world, from India, from Singapore, from Australia, from UK, and they are listening and interacting without the need for travel. So this is a webinar. Any questions so far? Now let me look if someone has raised their hands before I proceed further. So no raised hands. We proceed further. Let us understand the evolution of webinars. The Plato computer learning system allowed students to collaborate on networked computers to accomplish learning tasks as early as 1960s. In May 1996, Microsoft announced NetMeeting as an included component in Internet Explorer, which provided true multi-user application sharing and data conferencing capabilities. In June 2006, GoToWebinar was added by Citrix Systems to its GoToMeeting, allowing additional registration and reporting functionality along with larger capacity in sessions. So just 50 years have gone by, and here I'm using the same Citrix system which launched GoToWebinar in 2006 from Moradabad, from such a small city, to address so many people from around the world. Everything in the world starts small before it becomes big. Types of webinars. Based on their uses and modes of transmission, we can classify webinars as training webinars, educational webinars, business webinars. Training webinars can be used for training professionals of all specialties: surgical, medical, technical, government and non-government organizations, to hold workshops to transfer and propagate skills. Educational webinars used by school, colleges, training institutes, corporate houses, and medical professionals to help students gain knowledge about the recent advances in their subjects in a very cost-effective, convenient, and effective way. Business webinars used by business houses to widen the client base by interactions using webinars. For example, nursing homes and hospitals can hold patient tutorials. There can be recorded webinars, there can be live webinars. Recorded webinars, such webinars are recorded during live transmission or pre-recorded after a proper question-answer session through emails, and recorded version is transmitted later on. In live webinars which I'm using today, this is a live webinar. Webinars that are cast live with active participation of participants through chats or using audio modes through microphones and phone lines, and participants can even raise hands to ask questions. Now let us understand some of the features of webinars. PowerPoint slides and informational audios and videos can be presented and the audience engaged with a markup tool and remote mouse pointer. So here I'm showing you my slide presentation, and you can be a part of it if I give you the power to use your marker too. You can mark on this slide. I can play videos and I can play audios for you. I can also search net and ask you to search net at the same time for active discussions. It can display multimedia files, digital video cameras, and full motion webcam, through which you are seeing me and you are hearing me. Another feature is the real-time audio communication by the use of headphones and speakers through a computer. I hope all of you have put on headphones because that will make you hear better. The presentation activity can be recorded for a later use. The presenter can shift the responsibility onto another presenter. There can be a presenter here in Moradabad, another in Gwalior, a third one in Mumbai, a fourth in Chennai, and all the four presenters have equal responsibility. So one presenter, if cannot make it to the transmission in time, the transmission can be started by a second presenter from Chennai. And after that, after the session from Chennai is over, she can shift it to the presenter in Mumbai. The original presenter who comes in late can either let them continue or click in between and take the reins in her or his hands. So everything is possible. You can run a whole day seminar with speakers spread across the world and attendees spread across the world. You can hold a whole day, 3, 4, 5 days conference. The presenter and the audience both can mark items on the slide presentation. People connected to the meeting can text chat for live questions and answers. If you have any questions, you can always ask me by clicking on this plus sign of the questions. Window will open and you can type your question there. I'll see it and I can answer it. It allows conducting polls and surveys. Like just we conducted 2 polls and I could get answers 100%. Another feature includes screen sharing and application sharing, where participants can see anything that the presenter has currently shown on the screen, like you can see my screen presentation. These 2 recent webinars we have witnessed, very good webinars on 11 to 13 plus 6 weeks scan by Dr. Pankaj Desai and Dr. Deepika Deka. And IMA is also webcasting live webinars on every Thursday from 3 to 4 p.m. Advantages of webinars: it is the disadvantages of live conferences that prompts us to acknowledge the advantages of webinars. As long as there is internet access and a computer, you can interact with people anywhere in the world. Enormous expenses are saved against travel and material cost whenever webinar is used. It is the most cost-effective method of conducted meetings. And for people like me who suffer with severe motion sickness, who cannot move out, this is the most feasible way of teaching and learning from the comforts of one's own home. The participants can become a part of the meeting because of features like desktop control and instant polling. The meetings can be conducted and transmitted from 2 to more than 1,000. Now this figure has become 5,000 people anywhere in the world. So you can hold a rally at Jantar Mantar and transmit it to the whole of the world with just 4 people present there, without disturbing the traffic, without disturbing the public, and you can put forth your point. The meetings can be conducted in real time and it can be recorded from any point. There is also a co-browsing facility so that 2 people can check the internet at the same time and in real time. This is especially good for training and research purposes. Here, three people from three different parts of the world are interacting. A webinar has the advantage of being able to set up in a matter of weeks. Previously, we used to spend months in planning कॉन्फ्रेंस लेटर्स यहाँ से वहाँ जा रहे हैं, बहुत टाइम लग रहा है, फिर आंसर आ रहा है, फिर आप प्लान कर रहे हैं, फिर वो टैक्सी करके स्पेंड करके लोग आ रहे हैं, होटल बुकिंग्स और ऑडियो विजुअल अरेंज करना. यहाँ पे एवरीथिंग ऑडियो विजुअल and everything is at a fingertip. Everything is there, and even reminder emails are sent automatically just by a click. In the healthcare industry, these presentations also serve the function of keeping medical professionals up to date on latest innovations in their field. You are now not dependent on anyone to hold the conference. You can plan and execute your conference on your own. And it is dirt cheap. Just see this, up to 100 attendees by spending $89 per organizer per month. That is approximately $7,000 for a month to address 100 attendees. So if you divide the hours in 1 month, divide this figure by the hours in 1 month, you can get the cost per lecture, and you are addressing 100 attendees. So the cost is nothing. And for 500 it is 13,000, for 1,000 it is 19,000 for 1 month. So it's an eco-friendly mode. A webinar may be easily accessed from a smartphone, tablet, or other electronic devices from the comforts of home and working place. It is easy to reach your target audience instantly and efficiently with this online communication tool. Those who otherwise may not be able to attend such an event may still be able to access. So here you are sitting in your lounge, sipping your cold drink, having your chips, and enjoying the teaching or enjoying the learning. It provides a convenient medium for introverts like me. Experienced and reputed teachers are available to a wider range of audience spread across the globe. Yes, Charu, I would like to listen to your lecture sometime, maybe within a month, on medical legal issues. And Dr. Dilip Nagargoze, we will discuss PCP and DT in our next web lecture, maybe the coming Saturday at 9:30. I'll make you one of the presenters and we'll discuss all the bylaws of the acts and other issues. For physically handicapped and old age doctors, this is the best mode to keep oneself updated comfortably. Invitations, full service registrations and reminders automatically generated. Easy to set up and host after initial orientation. On-site tech support may not be necessary. Pre-webinar practice sessions may be included in package deal, and believe me, I have practiced 3 times before presenting today, and these practical practice sessions are very helpful. They record your presentation and you can see your loopholes. Disadvantages of webinars. Believe me, webinars have all the disadvantages required for success, and they sure are a thing of future. Yes, I can see Charu raise her hand. So let me see her question first before I proceed further. Charu, you want to speak out? Just a minute. Yes. Charu, we can now hear you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Charu. So nice to hear your voice. So you have some
a very good initiative.
So next time.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's a very good initiative, and we can plan out the medical legal thing.
Yes.
You can let me know when you want to plan it, which date.
Okay, thank you so much for cooperating. Yes, I want it from you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, thank you, Dr. Charu. We proceed further. So, the disadvantages of webinar. Believe me, webinars have all the disadvantages required for success, and they sure are a thing of future. Technical difficulties. Every presenter who uses technology during a presentation runs the risk that technical difficulties will interfere with her time at the podium. But this is also there with LCD projection. During a webinar in which audience views an audiovisual presentation on their computers, high net internet speed is a must, which is no problem today. Each participant has a unique operating system configuration, connection speed, internet browser, and software application. Participants might become annoyed and frustrated with these issues and may disconnect from the online meeting literally and mentally, but I can see here people logged in. Audience interaction. A live seminar can be a dynamic, interactive experience. Audience members can meet new people and form valuable new relationships during breaks in the action. But I see more bonding on the forums because there you are meeting daily. So this disadvantage also doesn't carry any meaning. Long-distance telephone charges may incur if two-way voice interactivity is enabled. I haven't enabled it, but this is nothing if you compare the cost of travel and hotel stay, which you do when you travel for a conference. The instructor cannot gauge the level of understanding among participants as much as in a live seminar. I do not agree because the question answers and voice hearing, everything is there. So you can interact in a very good way. Now a few poll questions for all the participants of the webinar. I want you to mark your yes and no. Will webinars replace conferences in coming years? No, yes, both will go hand in hand. Yes, I agree. I agree. First it was 100% both will go hand in hand. Now it is 50-50. Then again it is changed to 33 yes and 67% both will go in hand. So till all learn net, all become net savvy, both will go hand in hand. And later, of course, 20 years down the line, maybe uh, this poll will show 100% yes. The next question for you. How did you find today's webinar? Good, nice, poor, very poor show. Here, I launch it for you, open it for you on your screen, and you can add your answers. Wow, full marks, 10 out of 10. Good, thank you. So anyone wants to change the option? Some people have not voted. 86% voted. Okay. So we come to the next question. Will you log in for my next session on how do we improve the falling female birth ratio, which I plan to launch on 26th September, same time Saturday, next Saturday. And I launch it on your screen for you to answer. Let me see. Oh, again 100%, but only 14% have voted. 29% voted maybe. 25% maybe. 75% yes. 57% have voted. I want more votes. Okay. I'll have to be satisfied with 57% vote. 75% yes, 25% maybe. So we come to the next. We all have seen this handheld heavy mobile phones which were launched in 1973, and Martin Cooper is holding it here in 1990s. The mobiles were for the elite only, and 40 years down the line, in 2013, a rickshawala and a bai can afford a mobile easily. So technology develops very fast. Same will be the future of conferences. In 1980, we had slide projectors and screen. In 1990, we had LCD projectors and screen. And in 2006, here I'm 2006, webinars were introduced. And here in 2015, I'm sitting in Moradabad, a very small city, and addressing so many people around the world. In spite of the disadvantages, the advantages are limitless. With net speed increasing in leaps and bounds, the coming years sure promise a bright future for webinars. With scientists working at teleportation, the day is not far off when a teacher will be beamed into a student's room, or vice versa, using high-speed net. So this is teleportation. A teacher from America will be beamed into a class in Delhi, and after finishing his class of 1 hour, he'll be beamed back to America. So in coming years, with increasing internet speed, the traffic on roads is sure to reduce with advance in technology and people adopting these communication modes for travel, business, teaching, learning and advertisement, so that internet will become our highways with billboards and we sure will progress to an eco-friendly era, reducing noise pollution and pollution as a whole, as also saving time and most precious commodity for tourism, and we will save our time for the most precious commodity for tourism, mental relaxation, outdoor games, and walks in parks. Conclusion: webinars are sure the future of conferences, being eco-friendly, cheap, and helping an individual to save money and time. They surely bring down the cost of the conferences from crores to thousands for organizers, and from thousands to a few rupees for delegates, saving a lot of revenue, lot of time, and are eco-friendly too. Carry home message: webinars have a bright future. Become net savvy. With a deep sense of gratitude, I thank you all for sparing your precious time. I take up questions if any. Let me see if someone is interested in asking questions. You can type in the box if you want to. You can raise hands. Yes, CB Kapoor, Mama Ji. Yes, yes, Mama Ji. Can you hear me? I see your hand raised. You want to ask something? Mr. CB Kapoor, your hand is raised. Can you hear me? Okay, so he doesn't hear me. No questions. Everyone is very intelligent. Charu has a question. Yes. Charu, yes. Charu?
Ma'am, can we have more participation from the attendees?
Yes, I'm inviting them. Dr. Neelam Sodhi, I have opened your microphone. Any questions? She's listening to a song. Savita Mehrotra Jalote, any questions? Savita? She can't hear me, I think. Or audio is not working. Sudesh Rani? Can you hear me? Do you want to ask something?
Not myself, but it was good. It was nice.
Thank you. Any message for the audience, other participants?
Looking forward to further webinars.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll definitely try to get back. Dr. Dilip Nagargoze, you want to, Dr. Dilip, any question for me or any message? Dr. Dilip? Probably he can't hear me. Anuja? Any question? Any message? Anuja? Anuja, any question? Again, no questions. Everyone is very intelligent. So looking forward to seeing you all participate in a web conference if ever I succeed in organizing one. Good night. Thank you so much.